I hope you're doing well. Well, we just got back from the conference in Seneca Falls, New York. Beautiful time at Franklin Lakes Christian Church there with Pastor Jerry Graziano and his wife Karen. Beautiful fellowship, tremendous time. They put on just a wonderful event, great time of fellowship, and enjoyed all the times of just personal edification that we received from the various messages and speakers. It was just a wonderful time. And it actually affected me in a way because one of the things that happened that was quite unique to me is it kind of just popped into my mind was walking out the first night and actually hearing all of the sounds of the night, the crickets and the frogs and the various things. Now we may hear frogs around here, but rarely do we ever. I've never heard a cricket out here. I'm not saying there aren't any. I'm just saying I don't hear them. But it reminded me of the sounds of the South. It's just when I grew up in the evening, it was almost a soothing sound. All these various insects that were making noise that would almost lull you to sleep. I didn't realize how much I missed that sound, but it made me think. Sounds, familiar sounds, things that speak to us. And it's interesting because in many ways, one of the elements of that conference was that there was a very particular sound to all the portions that were shared, all the speakers. If you just listen to all of them, and I would encourage you to do so, go on to IAGM's website and listen. There's just a very distinct sound. We can call it the sound of grace. I think it's a little deeper than that. Grace has kind of been, how can I say it, usurped today. It means so many different things to so many different people. But I think truthfully what it actually represents is God's plan to provide for the entire world the means by which we could enter into relationship with Him. And the product of that, something that we speak of often, is the finished work. There's a unique sound to the finished work. It's the sound of knowing that you are not able to earn or to add to anything that Christ has done. It's the sound of God beckoning you, calling you, actually like in Isaiah 55, come, if you're hungry, you're thirst, come to the table. It's the sound of a Revelation 22 and verse 17, the Spirit of the bride say, come. There's this sense of relief that God has provided all these incredible things for us. It's the sound. It's the sound. It's the sound of Christ having suffered on our behalf, calling us into His victory. It's a very unique sound. We all know this, right? I think we can all identify with a little child, a baby that hears their mother's voice, or parents with their children, or a husband and a wife, the distinct sound that they have, that they recognize no matter where they are. They recognize that sound. Well, for us also, we recognize the sound or the voice of the Holy Spirit as He glorifies Christ in His accomplishments. And when a church becomes more about that than it does about pleasing the individual, then the church itself becomes a testimony to Christ corporately. The church as a whole speaks of Christ. One of the interesting quotes that I think really says something to all of us, I'm going to pull it up here, is that Francis Schaeffer said this. He said, our relationship with each other is the criterion the world uses to judge whether our message is truthful. Christian community is the final apologetic. Paul said it beautifully, that we're immersed into one body. It's not just a universal body. He was speaking to the church at Corinth. He said, you're a member in particular in verse 27 of chapter 12 of 1 Corinthians. Look, there's a part that you play, and not everyone's the hand or the ear or the eye. but we all play a part. There's something special about the relationship that we have with one another. And only the finished work unlocks this door, because in that, it's not about earning, it's about receiving. It's about glorifying God. It's about being thankful for all he's achieved for you. It's about seeing everyone equal at the foot of the cross. It changes the way we see things. Till next time, friends, God bless you.